Alright folks, I'm going to give you the starting transfer budgets of every team in the top 5 leagues for FM 2022. And the top one might surprise you if you've been hidden under a rock for a couple of weeks. So as per usual, we combine both the transfer budget and any remaining wage budget, pile them all together and give you your total amount of spends for each team in each of the big 5 leagues. Before we start, these are the totals across the big leagues. Obviously, you can see Premier League's top of the pile with 600 million plus. Next is Serie A, actually, and then Ligue 1 being probably carried by PSG, followed by the Spain and Bundesliga. Right, Bundesliga first. So my big head's not in the way here. So no surprises, Bayern come out top with 36 million. Next up, the big spenders, Leipzig on 22. But there's a number of teams with some healthy transfer budgets around there. Plenty over the 10 in the Wolfsburgs, Dortmunds and Borussias. And a number of the newly promoted teams have nothing to spend. They would be a challenge. That would be good fun. Next up, we got the Spanish leagues. No surprises to see Real Madrid smashing it. They hit big old 50 mil. Next up, with like 24's Bilbao, which, I mean, if you can find the relevant Basque players to sign, might be into something there, but it's always a challenge, I find, trying to find anybody to sign for them. I struggle. I like to splash the cash. We got Villarreal and Real San Sebastian up there with over 10 mil. Oh, Real San have still got Isaac as well. He looks like he'd be as good as he was last year as well. 29 to 47 mil. Oof. Tasty. And now, surprisingly here as well, Barcelona actually technically have some money to spend, but that is only because they've got a bit of payroll to play with. So remember, these budgets will have to pay for the player and pay his wages for the year. Right, Serie A. We've got a good number of teams with a chunk of money to spend. Anything over 10 mil, I reckon, is a good chunk for a first season splash. Juve down here naturally with like 23 million. Biggest spenders of the lot. However, you've got Roma, Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Inter, Genoa, and Atalanta, all with good chunks of money to spend. There's a number of good options here in Italy for having a chunk of cash to spend. And Ligue. So I'm thinking no surprises here. PSG, 37 million to spend. Loads. They'll be out hoovering up your wonder kids again. But your Monacos, your Nices, Lyons, Marseilles, and Rennes all have significant chunks to spend. The rest of them, it's all well under 5 mil. Some bargain basement hunting, I think, for the start of the season there. And finally, the big boys. So, blowing the graph out of the water to start with here, as we might expect. Villa and Wolves have a tidy transfer budget compared to some of the other teams that you might see around them in the league. But as you'd expect, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, and Newcastle up there. In fact, this goes totally off the scale, so we'll have to zoom out. Here we go, big time. 200 million. 200 million budget Newcastle have. Man City with a respectable 130 and Chelsea bob on 50. It's bonkers, it's insane, and I tell you what, if Callum Wilson and their front lot are anywhere near as good as they were last time, you're going to build a deadly team. Callum Wilson was so bonkers last year. Banged them in for him anyway, and hang on, if Alan best have big pace. Oh, 17! 19 dribbling though, that's what you want. 19 dribbling. Absolute bags of fun to be had with this team, and guaranteed to be one of the most played teams this year. So if you've not quite seen what you wanted, I'll scroll through everybody on the left here and you can see specific values for everybody. Let me know who you're picking for your first saves, guys. Enjoy your Football Manager. I'll catch you in a bit.